We will be working on mathematics part 2 question paper solving session on question 1b. All right, and so what we did in the last class, that was maths 1 question paper solving 1b. This is of maths 2. Okay, so as you all know, we will be working out the questions together, right? So let us quickly look at the instructions and begin. So the first step is you should go to Google and type in joinmyquiz.com. And once you go to that site, it will ask for, like, you can select the one which shows for students. And then it would ask for a code. The code is 143454. The code is 143454. Okay, once you enter the code, it will ask for a name. Enter your name and you will be here on the dashboard. Great. I see many of you are already joining. Quickly, students. Once again, I'll repeat the instructions. You need to go to any web browser and type in joinmyquiz.com. Once you enter the words, you will get links. The link which shows for students. Click on the link for students and it will ask for a code. The code is 143454. 143454 is the code. And the next step is to enter your name and you will be here on the dashboard. So let's begin. Let's see how many of you have joined. 30 of you have joined. Others, please join quickly. Okay, and once the 50 students are there, we will begin. Yes. So let's get started. The first question is the volume of a cube whose edge is 4 centimeter is. So here you need to use the formula for volume of a cube. So what is the formula for volume of a cube? See, this is a very important chapter. Why? Because it is there in class 10th also. And what you should remember are the formulas. Formulas of this chapter. Sometimes only the formula is also asked in 1 mark questions. In question 1, sometimes the formula is also asked, just the formula, and that will give you marks, right? So what is the volume of a cube? That is equals to side cube, isn't it? Side cube. And here we are given the edge or the side, that is 4 centimeter. So substitute the value 4 cube. And what is the meaning of 4 cube? Cube means a number will multiply itself 3 times. So 1, 2, 3. 4 will multiply itself 3 times. And multiplying, what do you get? That is your answer. So I'm going to add this question on the quiz and you can just begin answering there. Once you multiply, what would you get? Once you multiply, what would you get? The volume of a cube is cube of its side. So 4 cube, that was the answer. That is the answer. Okay, the timer is running, so quickly. Another 10 seconds. Yes. And time's up. Let's see how many of you got it right. 4 cube is 64. 4 times 4 is 16 and 16 times 4 is 64. So students, just check. Again, I see few of you may be doing random answers. Please don't do that because your names and your score is recorded with me. So please try to give maximum answers. So in front of your name, there should be maximum right answers, right? Now, some of you have given 16. So 4 times 4 times 4, 3 times you're multiplying, right? And some of you have given 64 centimeters squared. Now, let me help you with this. So please join the Zoom screen. Please join the Zoom screen. So side cube over here, 4 times 4 is 16. So 16 times 4, 16 times 4 is 64. But very important, what is the unit? Unit is centimeter over here. Remember, for volume, it is always cube. The degree is 3. Okay, and for area, it is squared. It is always 2. The degree is 2. So here it should be centimeter cube. Okay, so centimeter cube was the correct answer. Let us move to next question. Again, this is an important question. In a cylinder, radius is doubled. So what has happened to the radius? Radius has become double, so twice of radius. And the height is half. So what has happened to the height? The height is half. So height h over 2, that is the new height. Then the curved surface area will be, so this is a cylinder. Look at the shape first. That's the cylinder, and then we want the curved surface area. So there is a nice table in your if you refer some good books, that you will find a table of formulas, right? So CSA, then PSA, and then the volume, and then the shapes are on this side. That is, the cube is there, a cuboid is there, right? And then cylinder, and then there's a cone, the sphere, and hemisphere. So there is a table. Do refer that table, and it is very easy to by heart, to memorize using table format. Okay, so always study in comparative way. So we have the radius that is doubled, and we have the height which is half. We are asked to find the curved surface of a cylinder. So what is the formula for curved surface area of a cylinder? That's CSA, curved surface area, equals to 2 pi RH. And the question is, what will happen to this cylinder if the radius is doubled and the height is half? So we are going to replace this r with the new, that is double, twice of r. So 2 pi as it is, and this will become twice of r, and times height is half. Okay, we have to simplify this and check what happens. Do we get a half? Do we get a same double, or it will increase 4 times? Okay, so what are we going to do? We have to just simplify. Okay, so simplifying is 2 and 2 will get crossed out. What are we left with? 2 pi rh, isn't it? 2 pi rh. See, 2 pi r and h. So comparing, what is the comparison? Are they same? Are they double? Are they half? Are they 4 times? That is the question. Are you able to follow? So you just have to compare. What can you see? Are both of them same or different? Or double or half? What? Okay. Just remember, R and capital R is one and the same thing. H and capital H is one and the same thing in this case. Okay. So the quiz is open. The question is open to you. Please go ahead and select the right answer. Is it double? Is it half? Same? Or is it 4 times? Suppose it was 4 times, it would have been 8 pi rh, isn't it? Suppose it was half, it would have been just pi rh. Correct? And time's up. Let's see how many of you got it right. Great, we see new names today. 40 of you got it right. It's one and the same thing, right? It's one and the same thing. Why? Because there is no change. The formula is same, 2 pi r and rh. So the answer was same. To all those who are getting it wrong, no worries. Try to learn from your mistakes. And from next question onwards, try to be more careful. Try to be more alert and attentive. Okay. So there, the next question is, please join the Zoom screen. On the Zoom screen, you should be able to see the question. And of course, we will be solving together. So if the dimensions of a cuboid are 3, 4, and 10 centimeter, then volume of the cuboid is, what is the formula for volume of a cuboid? So see, the questions are really easy, but you need to remember the formulas. So what is the formula for volume of cuboid? That is L into B into H. Nothing can be more easy than this. Just substitute the value. This is L, this is B, this is H. So L is 3, B is 4, and H is 10. Simplifying, what do you get? Yes, and I'm going to add question. Quickly multiply, get the answer, and then select the correct one. Don't do random guesswork. Please don't do guesswork. Code is 143454. 143454. you can join in quickly. Those are very simple questions. You just need to multiply and get the answer, right? So another 5 seconds and I'm going to end the quiz. End the question actually. Yes. Okay, and the time's up. Let's see how many of you got it right. 65 of you got it right, very good. But still, why 4, 7, and 5 of you couldn't make it? I don't know. Yeah. So there, the question over here is 3 times 4 times 10, right? So it was 3 times 4. Okay, I guess the screen. Yeah, here 66 of you got it right. Okay, and let us move back to the Zoom screen. Everybody on the Zoom screen, please just check. That was 3 times 4, that is 12, times 10. So 12 times 10 is 120. And you know, the cube, because it's a volume. So volume means the degree has to be 3. Luckily, all the units are same here, correct? So the answer was 120. Let's move to the next question. So the next question is the formula to find the surface area of a cuboid is. What is the formula to find surface area of a cuboid? Yes, anybody wants to try? Go ahead and give it a try, everyone. Let's see how many of you know the formula, okay? What is the formula for, if you have the textbooks with you, you can quickly refer your books. Okay, what is the formula for surface area of a cuboid? Very simple question. Okay, a very simple question. What is the formula for surface area, total surface area of a cuboid? Okay, so you have another 10 seconds only. What is the formula for surface area of a cuboid? Be very good with the formulas. Okay, you should be very thorough with the formulas. And time's up. Let's see how many of you got it correct. Great. 48 of you have given the right one. 22 of you forgot that there has to be a 2. There has to be a 2 in the formula, right? So just check the Zoom screen. Go back to the Zoom screen. The formula is twice of 2 times LB plus BH plus HL. This is the correct formula. Okay, many a times in your exams you will see that question number 1 will ask just the formula. What is the formula for total surface area of a cone? What is the formula for curved surface area of a cylinder? So you just need to be having the formulas. Okay, you should be good with the formulas. Fine. With that, we will move to next chapter, that is trigonometry. Few questions on trigonometry now. Which ratio represents sine A? Okay, which ratio represents sine A? Now for this, you remember the rhyme, it's so ka to a, right? So ka to a. So OH, that is S stands for sine, and OH, O stands for opposite side, over H stands for hypotenuse. Now here we have to find sine for angle A. Okay, the ratio for angle A. So for A, what is opposite? Look at angle A carefully. For A, what is opposite? So opposite is this side, and hypotenuse. What is hypotenuse? Hypotenuse is the side which is opposite to angle B. Which side is opposite to angle B here? Okay, so I have given enough hints. You should be able to solve it now. What is the side which is opposite to angle A and divided by the hypotenuse? What is the hypotenuse here? So hypotenuse is the side which is opposite to 90 degrees. Which is opposite to 90 degrees. Okay, and I'll give you another 10 seconds. Another 10 seconds, students. Quickly try it out. Be sure that you're using paper pen, because when I switch screen, you won't be able to see the formula and the working. So please make sure you're using paper pen and trying to solve each and every question. Okay, that is the question. What is the ratio that represents sine A, that is opposite upon hypotenuse? Okay, and right? Abhishek, Rupali, Anis, Krish Chaurasia, Sakshi Maurya, Shravani. Okay, 46 of you. Maybe some of you are confused on what is the hypotenuse. Yes, students, please don't get confused. There is nothing to confuse here. Please join back the Zoom screen. Please the Zoom screen fast. Just check opposite. Opposite of A was 32, right? So 32 divided by hypotenuse. The hypotenuse is always the side which is opposite to 90 degree. Over here B is 90 degrees. So the opposite was 40. 32 divided by 40. This is the correct fraction. Okay. Fine. Once again, what is the hypotenuse? So any side which is opposite to 90 degree, that is the hypotenuse. All right, let us look at next question. This is of similar type. Which ratio represents cos C? Cos of C. So again the formula or the rhyme. So ka to a. Okay, ka. So C stands for cos. Cos of C equals to AH. A stands for adjacent over H stands for hypotenuse. What do you mean by adjacent? Adjacent is the side which is not opposite and which is not the hypotenuse, right? So in this case, we look at we look at the angle C. This is angle C. We want the hypotenuse. Everybody knows the side which is opposite to B is the hypotenuse, correct? And adjacent. What is adjacent? Which is not opposite. So this is opposite. This is not the one which is right next to C, and not the hypotenuse. That is adjacent, isn't it? So if I draw a triangle like this is 90 degree. Let's say this is some angle theta. Then opposite is this side. This is the hypotenuse because it is opposite to 90 degree. This is the adjacent side, and this is the opposite side. So now you have the formula, you have the diagram. Quickly try it out. Quickly try it out. Yes. So what is the ratio cos C? That's ka adjacent upon hypotenuse. So what is the adjacent side here and what is the hypotenuse? Adjacent upon hypotenuse. What is the adjacent side here and what is the hypotenuse? Adjacent over hypotenuse. Clearly, we can see hypotenuse is 34. So something divided by 34. What is that something? Something adjacent. What is adjacent to angle C? Okay, many of you are not trying out. I see only 50 of you have answered so far. Adjacent side is C. Adjacent side is CB and hypotenuse is AC. You are just supposed to substitute the values. Opposite is 34 and adjacent is what? Adjacent is CB. Yes, let me end this question and let's see how many of you have got it right. Only the confident ones seem to have submitted the answers. Okay, please practice trigonometry because this is an important chapter again, which is continued in class 10th. So only 25 of you got it right. No worries. You need to practice. All right. The next question is which ratio represents tan x? Now what is tan x? So tan x is to a. To a. Just check. So ka to a. So that was stands for tan equals to opposite upon adjacent. Okay, so tan x. For x, what is opposite? Opposite is zy upon adjacent. What is adjacent? Adjacent is xy. So just substitute the values, you will get the answer, right? So opposite upon adjacent. Opposite is zy and adjacent is xy. Substitute the values, you will get the answer. I'm going to end the question. Let's see how many of you got it right. One has tried it. Okay, okay. There is some glitch in the system then. All right. Okay, okay. So the answer to this was zy, that is 32, over xy, that is 24. So 32 over 24, that is the answer. All right, students, please practice trigonometry. This is a very important chapter. Once again, I'll repeat. Fine. That's the next question. Question number 8. That's the next question. Question number 8. What is the value of sine 60? Now again, there are so many questions which are on the table. Okay, you need to memorize this table. Sine of, like for example, what is sine of 30? So sine of 30, that's half. What is sine of tan 45? This is a very common question asked. What is the value of tan 45? So tan of 45, that is 1. Okay, what is tan of 0? So tan of 0, over here tan, and tan of 0 is what? So it's 0. See, these are very simple and basic questions which are asked in 1 mark question. Okay, so here the question is, what is the value of sine 60? So go ahead and give it a try. Look at the table carefully. What is the value of sine 60? What is the value of sine 60? Look at the table, you have the value there, sine and 60. Okay, quickly submit your answers. Yes, everyone, quickly submit your answers. And the timer is running. Okay, it seems there is some error or some problem here. Okay, because your answers are not being accepted, maybe. God knows what is the reason, but yes, the answer to this was root 3 upon 2. Root 3 upon 2 was the answer. Okay, so just check, root 3 by 2, that was the answer here. Sine of 60, so in sine for 60, the answer is root 3 over 2. So this is the correct answer, root 3 over 2. That was the correct answer. Let us move to next question. What is the value of sine 30? What is the value of sine 30? Go ahead and give it a try. The quiz is still running. Let me quickly add question. Okay, there must be some error. There must be some error. Because I see the scores are the same. Okay, just give me a minute, student. Let me just check if I can figure out what is wrong. Just a minute. Yes, let's continue. Everything looks fine. What is the value of sine 30? Is this the next question? Let me just confirm. Okay, on this one, 59 of you have already answered it right. Okay. And now let us look at the next question. What is the next question? Everyone on the Zoom screen, what is the value of tan 0? Such a nice question, easy question. What is the value of tan 0? So I'm going to add this question on the quiz. Quickly go ahead and try it out, students. What is the value of tan 0? You have the table in front of you. Quickly try it out. What is the value of tan 0? Go to the quiz page and quickly try to answer it. Very easy question, and I'm going to end this question because this is a very easy question and everybody should, give the answer within seconds, isn't it? So time's up. Let's see how many of you got it right. Tan of 0 is 0. Tan of 45 is 1, right? So here, okay, Ravi Gupta from Khairnagar School, Anish Sheikh from Khairnagar School, wonderful. So 71 of you got it right. Let us look at the next question. The answer to this was 0. Tan of 0 is 0. The next question, tan of 45. What is tan of 45? So quickly rush to the screen, to the quiz screen and answer it. What is the value of tan 45? What is the value of tan 45? Again, a very easy question. Nothing can be more easy than this. Nothing can be more easy than this, right? What is the value of tan 45? Okay, another 5 seconds. I'll give you only 5 seconds. So, okay, and I'm going to end this question. Let's see how many of you got it right. See, you have to be fast. Tan of 45, you have the table there in front of you. Tan of 45 is 1. Okay, tan of 0 is 0. Tan of 45 is 1. Rupali Gupta, Anish Sheikh, Sakshi Maurya, okay, great. 57 of you got it right. The answer was 1, okay. Nothing to think about it. You just need to remember this. Tan of 45 is 1, okay. So everybody back to Zoom screen. Let us look at next question. Now, this is a question on coordinate geometry. So we are looking at questions from coordinate geometry now. Just check. Name the quadrant in which the point -2, 3 lies. Now, what are you supposed to know about the quadrant? So this is the first quadrant, this is the second quadrant, this is third, and this is fourth. These are the four quadrants. So you have to plot this point -2, 3. How would you start? So -2, 3, -2 is x and 3 is y. Where will this point lie? Everybody, the question is added to the quiz. Go ahead and try it out. Okay, go ahead and try it out. -2, 3. Just check. -2 is the x-axis, so you need to start with -2. You start at this point, and then y is 3. Y is 3. Here, this is the y-axis. Y is 3. Where do these points meet? And that is your quadrant. That is the answer. Okay, let's see. The quiz is about to end. All right, and let us look at the score. Okay, 83 of you have answered it. Rupali Gupta, Sakshi Maurya, Abhishek from Varsha Nagar, Khairnagar School, very good. So 53 of you got it right. Wonderful. Let's see why others couldn't get it. Just check. -2, 3 students. Please join the Zoom screen. -2, 3. So x is 2 of -2 over here and y is 3 over here. These points will join and that is the point. This is -2, 3, and which is the quadrant? Second quadrant. That was the correct answer. One more question on similar type. So this is quadrant 1, quadrant 2, 3 and 4. Okay, you need to plot the point -4, 5 comma -4. So there I add this question on the quiz. Go ahead and give it a try, students. Go ahead and give it a try. Name the quadrant -5 and negative 5 is x and negative 4 is y, right? So you start at negative 5. X is negative 5 over here and y is negative 4 over here. These 2 points, they meet in which quadrant? That is the question. Okay, and the timer is ticking. Let's see how many of you have answered. More than 90 of you have answered it, and time's up. Time's up. Let's see how many of you got it right. Rupali, Ani, Sakshi, Nisha, Dinkar, Abhishek, 67 of you got it right. Wonderful students, you all are doing great. We move back to the Zoom screen. Everybody back to the Zoom screen. Just check this one, negative 5 and the negative 4. They join over here. This is the point, that is negative 5 comma negative 4, and that's the third quadrant. Third quadrant was the correct answer. Okay, again a similar type of question. Where does this point lie? Negative 3 comma 5. Where does negative 3 comma 5 lie? This is first quadrant, second, third and fourth quadrant. Everyone quickly go ahead and give it a try. I am adding this question on the board. Yes, we are doing a lot of similar type of questions so that you get enough practice, right? Negative 3 comma 5 lies in which quadrant? You start with x equals to negative 3 and y equals to 5 and check where these 2 points meet. X is negative 3 over here, y is 5, y is 5 over here. Where do these points meet? Join them. Just check where do they meet. In which quadrant? Okay, with that, quickly students, be fast. Okay, timer is out. And let's see how many of you got it right. Time's up. So there. Nisha, Shravani, Rajkumar, Krish, Abhishek, Sejal, Dinkar Tiwari. 33 of you got it right. Very few students tried to attempt this one. Okay. So let us move to the board. Just check on Zoom screen. These 2 points, they join up over here. So this is the point, that is negative 3 comma 5. The correct answer is second quadrant. Okay, second quadrant. Another question, but this time you have to be very careful. Where does this point lie? 0 comma negative 11. For example, if I give you one example, let's say 0 comma negative 2, where will this point lie? So x is 0, y is negative 2. X is 0, forget this, y equals to negative 2. So y is negative 2 over here. It lies on, this is the y-axis. So it lies on y-axis. But again, is it the positive y-axis or the negative y-axis? It lies on the negative y-axis. Same way, this is another similar question. 0 comma negative 11. Where does this point lie? Okay, the question is added. Quickly, everyone go ahead and try it out. You all are doing great. You all know the answers. You just need to select the correct choice. Okay, where does this point lie? 0 comma negative 11. Y is negative 11. Where does this point lie? On which axis? Okay, and let's see how many of you have got it right. Okay, the answer to that was negative y-axis, 0 comma negative 11. X is 0 and y is negative 11. Okay, 49 of you have got it right. Great. Let us move back to the question, to the Zoom board. Yes, everyone, just check 0 comma negative 11. So negative 11 will be somewhere here, minus 10, minus 11, and this is the negative y-axis, right? So the answer was on the negative y-axis. Now that's another question. Just check question number 16. If a comma 8 lies on the y-axis, then what is the value of a? If this point lies on y-axis, what is the value of a? Just now we have seen over here, if a point lies on the y-axis, what is its x coordinate, students? What is its x coordinate? So with that, I'm going to add the question. Quickly try it out. Yes, if a point lies on the y-axis, the standard form is 0 comma y value. So what is the value of a here? What is the value of a here? Quickly select the correct choice. Everyone, a very simple question. If a point lies on y-axis, what is its a value? What is its x coordinate? Yes. What is its x coordinate? A point lies on y-axis, so its x has to be 0. If a point lies on x-axis, then the y will be 0, right? If a point lies on y-axis, its x value will be 0. So Anish Sheikh is on the top. 33 of you got it right. Don't get confused, students. Let me quickly, put some important notes over here. So if a point lies on y-axis, it will be of the form 0 comma y, where the x value will be always 0. Okay, so if somebody asks you b comma 8, what is the value of b? It has to be 0. Why? Because it lies on the y-axis. So for y-axis, for any point which lies on y-axis, the x has to be 0. Okay, likewise, if a point Yes, if a point lies on x-axis, then its y-coordinate will be 0. So suppose the question is 8 comma m. What is the value of m? It has to be 0. Why? Because the point lies on x-axis. That means it will have only x value. The y will be 0. Okay, with that we move to next question. Now this is a very nice question. What shape is formed when we join these 3 points? Okay, we have these 3 points. Let us quickly plot them. So 0 comma 7, where will 0 comma 7 lie? So just check 0 comma 7, there is only y value, the x is 0. So only y value means it is on the y axis. Just check, this will be the point, y equals to 7. Next point is 0 comma 0. So both of them are 0, that is the origin. This is the point, the origin. Okay, students. And then finally 8 comma 0. So 8 comma 0, x comma y format, only x value. That means it will lie on which axis? Yes, you all are right. That will be x axis. So over here, the point is 8 comma 0. Okay. And now joining these 3 points, what will be the shape? So that's the question. And you can try it out on the quiz. Yes, students. Joining these 3 points, what will be the shape? Okay, this point is 0 comma 7, this is 0 comma 0, that's 8 comma 0. Let's see. Okay, yeah, you have the question. The correct one. Yes, that's the question. What shape is formed when we join these 3 points? Okay, that is the question. Okay, the timer is running. Quickly, students, be quick. This is a very easy question. Joining those 3 points, what will be the answer? Okay, another. Time's up. Fine. Let's see how many of you got it right. And who is on top? Anish Sheikh from Thirnagar School, Sakshi Maurya. Great, 44 of you got it right. Good. More of you should participate, students. It is easy. You just need to select the correct choice. You will be more confident. Okay. So here, joining these 3 points, just check. If we join these 3 points, you will get a triangle. Correct. So triangle was the correct answer. Now we move to the next chapter, that is circle. Question number 18. A bicycle tire has a diameter of 27 inches. What is the radius? Okay, so we know radius equals to half of diameter. Correct? Radius equals to half of diameter. So half of 27. What is half of 27? Nothing can be easy than this. What is half of 27? That is the question. Quickly go ahead and give it a try. The question is on the quiz now. What is the radius? Half of the diameter is radius and 27 is the diameter in this case. So what is half of 27? As simple as that. What is half of 27? And we will give you another 20 seconds to 25 pi, it won't be 27 pi. From these two choices, half, 27's half. Okay, isn't that easy? With that, I'm going to end this question. Just check half of 27, that is equals to 13.5, right? Half of 26 is 13, that is 13.5. 59 of you got it right, good. You all are trying now, more people participating, good. Just check. Next question. Circle is another easy chapter and important. Why? Because this is also in class 10. You're going to study this again in class 10. Now the question is, find the radius and circumference of the circle with the diameter. Okay, you have to find the circumference and radius. So just check what will be the radius. We know the radius is half, isn't it? What is the radius? Half. So radius equals to half of the diameter. What will be the answer? Just by selecting, I think if you just find the radius, you should be able to get the answer. Okay, and I'm going to add this question on quiz. Let's see how that question looks. Yes. What is the radius? Okay, you just need to find radius, students. You don't need to find circumference. It is just the radius. What is the radius? See, this is how the question looks on the quiz. Find the radius. So half of 36. Again, it is very easy. Simple division divided by 2. Half of 36 is how much? Yes, students. This is easy. Fast. And let's see how many of you got it right. I'm going to quickly end this. 62 of you got it right. So what is the radius? The radius is half of the diameter. In this case, it is 18. All right. Let us look at one last question. And there, you already have the question on your screen. The radius is dash the length of the diameter. Again, this is an easy question. Go ahead and give it a try, students. The radius is dash the length of the diameter. Is the radius 3 times? Is the radius equal to diameter? Is it half or is it twice? Radius is dash the length of the diameter. Okay, and let's see how many of you got it right over here. 45 of you got it right. Some of you got confused on twice. See, diameter is twice of radius, but radius is half of the diameter. Okay, so with that, let us see the score. Okay, the top 3 people. Yes, there we have Anish from Kednagar School, Sakshi Maurya, and Rupali Gupta, the top 3 performers. And among these, only 2 of them got full 20 on 20. That is Anish and Sakshi Maurya. Well done, students, both of you. And then some of them are the top 10 performers are Rupali Gupta, Rajkumar, Nisha, Shravani, Siddhi Gore, Khushi Gupta, Sumit, Dinkar Tiwari, Krish Chaurasia. Okay, well done, students. You have done good job. Sakshi Tiwari, the one who is always on the top, has scored only 15. No worries, Sakshi. Just try to practice some more questions on 1 mark question. Okay. Just try to be good with your basic students. That is the formula and the concepts. Like diameter is double of radius. Radius is half of diameter. Tan of 45 is 1. Simple formulas. Try to make charts of them. Try to make mind maps, and it will be very easy for you to see. And when you see it, you will be able to recall and visualize the formulas and concepts easily. Okay, with that, I hope you enjoyed today's class. I did. And thank you for joining, everyone.